Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little quick impromptu quick weave that I wasn't expecting to record, so that's why her hair is already molded down. But anyway, just go to the beauty supply and get you some of that Robert's Diamond Bun protection shield, and it just protects your hair from the glue. And we're doing a quick weave, so that's what you see on her hair. Her hair is totally red, and I thought she was getting a closure or something else, and she told me when she got here that she was just getting the leave out. So I was like, what can I do? So I decided to record this video so that y'all can see me transform this hair. Y'all can see that her hair is totally red and she's gonna get black hair. And I didn't want to put a black rinse on her hair because she's probably going to wear her hair red after she takes this quick weave off. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So what you see me doing right here, I'm using, she had like a half a bag of old hair. I used that on the bottom of the quick weave, and then she had 1.5 bags of 10-inch, I think it was Milky Way Saga. It was 10-inch Saga, and then a 14-inch Saga of 10-inch, half a bag of Saga, and then a 14-inch bag of Saga, just straight hair, black. So that's what you see me doing, and I'm just placing the tracks. I got a few more videos showing how I do quick weaves, and that's all I'm doing. Y'all just want to make sure you protect your hair, so use some of that Robert's Diamond Bun to mold the hair down. I did not get to show that that part because I didn't know I was recording this video. Okay, y'all, so on this side, all the way through I doubled the track. So every track you see me put on there was 2. And then on this side I'm doing the 14-inch hair only, so it can have like that longer side. Even though I know the picture that we showed, it was a little bit shorter, but since she had the 14-inch, we want to save as much of the length as we could. So I'm doubling the tracks, and I'm also putting all 14-inch on this side. Of course, she had one full bag on this side, and I did actually have to get some hair out of my stash to add in there because it probably needed more, you know, at least 2.5 bags to make it full. So I just added a little bit of hair out of some hair that I had, you know, like scrap hair. So that's what we did. So I'm just putting the tracks on with the 30-second bonding glue, and then I'm just going in with the blow dryer to make sure that they're completely dry and set in place. And then right there on that part, because that part does a lot of moving, I just sprayed a little bit of Got To Be Free spray just to make sure that the track is set and is not going to move. So that's what you see me doing right there, and I'm just going to continue to fill in the area with tracks until oh my god, somebody is walking by. I'm in the car recording, but anyway, I'm just gonna continue to fill in the tracks until you know, there's no more space on the cap left. Okay, so yeah, just continue to fill in the space until you run out of like cap area to glue on. And that's all I'm doing there. And I'm just taking the 30-second glue again, and I'm just filling in all the areas of the cap, making sure that it's full. And this is where I used like some scrap hair that I had just to like finish filling it in. Okay, y'all, this is her hair. Like, her hair was like fire red. Fire red. And she thought she had got it colored. It's like a little few pieces in there that's like brown, but it was like way red. It didn't color. So anyway, I'm just going in. I don't like that Carry Care wax stick that I have, so I'm using my Love Me wax stick. And I'm gonna try to get another She's Bun wax stick because I don't like that Carry Care, so that's why I'm using the Love Me one, because it works better than the Carry Care. And I'm just going over her roots and stuff with the pressing comb, and I'm just getting it as straight, bone straight as I can. And that's what you see me doing, just parting out a little section, and I'm just using the back of the straightening comb to like really get that hair straight. And then I'm just gonna go over her edges. Also, they were red too, so we have to cover all of that. Now, the ideal thing would have been to add black rinse onto that hair before I set it. Just add it on there and then shampoo and condition and then set it. But I know that she's going to be wearing this red hair, after she takes this hair out. So I didn't want to disturb the red hair that she had in already. So I just left it like that. And then we're just going to cover it with some high beams. And you'll see that later. High beams is really messy, but I mean, like, you really got the job done. So like high beams, if you touch it on your pillow or you touch it on your hand, it'll get all over everything. But for a quick fix like this, and you don't have time to like dye the hair, you can just use the high beams. And so I'm just like combing the hair, getting everything laid so that I can begin to cutting the hair. And I didn't leave that much hair out. I left just enough. And this is the hairstyle that she was wanting right there, y'all. But she's going to have her fuller side much longer than that. So I'm just going to cut each side. So I'm taking the side that's shorter and I'm cutting it now. And I'm just going to cut it to about the length of that girl in the picture. And then this side right here, I'm going to try to leave as much of the 14 inches I can. But I'm still going to end up cutting a lot of it off. But I'm going to leave it as long as I can leave it. So you'll see me doing that there. And I'm just going to do each side. I'm going to cut each side. And then I'm going to start back over in the middle so that I can meet those two sides that I cut. So you'll see me doing that also. A good thing to do when you're doing a blunt cut, because this is a blunt cut bob, y'all. I don't know if I said it or not, but a good thing to do is to use your clippers or edges and cut it. But mine is out of whack, so I'm starting off this back part with the Tinkle razor comb, and I'm just going to get the hair cut down to the length of the bob, and then I'm gonna go back in with the scissors and really do a cut on it. But I'm just using that Tinkle razor just to kind of like get it to that length that I'm gonna get it to, and also take a little bit of the bulk out of the back. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so once I'm done like using that razor comb to like get the hair cut down, I'm just going back in with the scissors and I'm just gonna cut it in the blunt style that she's gonna wear. And you're gonna see me go back in with the scissors a lot, because a blunt cut is a real hard cut to cut, because you have to make sure that every hair is cut, straight, like there's no long pieces or pieces that are not even with the other pieces. So a blunt cut is a simple cut, but it's like easy to mess up. So you'll see me go back in with the scissors several more times to just make sure that I'm cleaning the cut up, correcting the cut, and getting it to a length that's manageable also, especially around that front on the long side. So I'm just going to like keep going through with the scissors just to like clean it up and make sure it looks really, really good. Oh, now generally I will use my trimmers or edgers or even my clippers to cut a cut like this. But my trimmers that I will use, my edgers, they are making a loud noise, and me and the barber both tried to fix them. So I'm gonna have to take them somewhere and see if somebody can fix them, because I don't understand why they're making such a loud noise. So that's why I opted to just go ahead and cut this cut with scissors. And then I just sprayed a little bit of the Fantasia heat protectant. Y'all know my favorite heat protectant is Silk Elements, but I haven't been to Sally's much lately. I cannot believe it. And then I just went to Sally's that same day, but I did not pick up any Silk Elements, so but I will get some. But anyway, I'm using my 2-inch Babeless flat irons, and I'm just going through and I'm just chasing the flat iron with the comb and just putting a ever so slight bump in the end of the hair. The hair is already straight, so you really don't have to do like too much straightening to it because it's already straight. So just go through and just put a little barely bump in there, just like that. Even less bump if you want to, because it's a blunt cut, so you may not even want that much bump in there. But just take like a large flat iron and then just put a very slight bump in there on the ends. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing around the sides and the back. I'm just going to take a section, spray a little bit of the heat protectant on it, and then just like barely bump the hair with the flat iron. You don't really have to do too much because the hair is already straight, so you just want to go in and just put like a slight bump in it, and then it'll just kind of fall the way you want it to. And then y'all see I'm constantly going back in with the scissors, because with the blunt cut you might comb the hair, you might have cut it correctly, and then especially using weave, you may comb the hair and then a piece just falls out of nowhere that is not the right length or the right, in the right place or whatever. So you just have to keep going back over to like straighten the cut and make sure that it's completely even, or in this case it's asymmetrical. Make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm just going back in. I'm just going and putting a bump. I'm sorry my back is in front of the camera. But I'm just putting a bump, just the same thing I did all the way around. And then here I'm gonna go back in and just make sure that like no hair is out of place with the blunt cut. Now if you do this with the clippers, you'll get a much cleaner cut. But since I did the scissors and I kept having to comb, I had to keep going back in to make sure that it was done correctly. So I got all the hair bumped under, and now I'm finna tackle this red hair. So I'm just gonna run the flat iron over it again, just so I can get it going in the general direction and kind of like press it down onto the hair so that it sticks to the hair good. And it's not a lot of hair. I left just a very little bit of hair out. So even though it's like fire red up there, it's going to be easy for me to cover with the high beams. And so I did not show this part, but that dark can right there is actually brown. So I went over and put some brown spray on the ends just to kind of help it go ahead and go to the black easy. So that's what you see me with that black can first, and then now I'm going in with the regular high beams and I'm spraying it on top of that brown just to help that red cover even more. So now I'm just going in and I'm using my rat tail comb on the part area, and then also I'm spraying the rest of the hair that didn't get sprayed with the high beams. And so see how I just combed that and some red got exposed? So you may comb a little piece and then some red is exposed. And then you have to go back in and just spray a little bit more until you get it. And then I always spray the Got To Be Free spray on top to kind of set that high beam spray, because it is super messy. But like in a situation like this where we didn't have another choice, I just went ahead and use the Got To Be to set it, and hopefully it's not all over her pillowcase and everywhere else, and every time she touched, hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, I just went ahead and sprayed the high beams and then put the Got To Be spray on there. See, I'm having to go back in again because I'm like combing over that section, and a little bit of the red hair is getting exposed, so I decided not to comb it again. So that's why I used my hand to press it down that time. And then I also use that high beams to get like a extremely straight part. I did not record. I had already kind of laid her edges down, so they're laid down. I just went in with some edge control, no particular brand. Actually, I used the brand that I'm testing out. And I'm just going back in. I'm just gonna bump, make sure all the ends are bumped, to my liking. And just make sure that everything is perfect, because y'all know I'm a perfectionist child. And just, make sure everything is how it should be. I went in with a little bit of the olive oil sheen. Y'all, I went heavy on it, not little, but that oil sheen smells so good, you just don't be want to stop spraying it. But don't do like I did. And then y'all, here is the finished look right here. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can know whenever I upload a new video. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. And then y'all, let's leave a heart in the comments. No particular color this time. If y'all like this video, if you loved it, just go ahead and leave a heart in the comments to let me know that you support my channel. Thank y'all guys so much for watching.